Hey, I'm Aja A, and welcome to Sunshine Haze. Don't forget to check out all the links that I have listed down in the description box, and if you like the video, please give me a little thumbs up. If you have any questions after the video is over, feel free to drop them down below. I try to respond to everyone. And if you all know people interested in astrology, numerology, tarot, or whatever I'm talking about on this channel, go on and send them this link. And don't forget to hit subscribe. And of course, thanks for tuning in and rocking with me. May this info help y'all live your best lives. Peace. Hey, you guys, welcome back to SunshinehazeCo. I'm Aja A. It's been a minute, but I'm back with the cards. I am here. This is your monthly pick a card spread. So, got 3 piles here. I think I still have some coal burning in there. Maybe not. A little bit in there. I got 3 piles here, 3 different stones. What we'll be looking at for the month of September is the overall energy and any supporting insight with the tarot. I'll be reading with the Wild Unknown Archetypes Oracle deck, that's a mouthful, and the Dreams of Gaia tarot deck. And as I mentioned, I've got 3 different stones here, so you can pick your pile based on, your intuition, whatever you feel pulled to. You can go by the stone, the number, whatever. For the first pile, we've got Peach Selenite, which, since I'm doing this reading around the Pisces full moon, I did pick some Pisces stones. So the Peach Selenite for that first pile. And then for the second pile, Blue Kyanite, another Pisces stone. This is actually one of my favorite stones that I own. And for the third pile, we've got Fluorite, another Pisces stone. All right, you guys, so, excuse me, I am going to just go on and get started. So for the people that picked the first pile, pile number 1, the cards that you've got coming up are, the Siren. Pull that back a little bit. And going along with it is the 7 of Air. So first, let's talk about the Siren a little bit. For the month of September, there is this energy of going deep within. The Siren travels into the depths of her own waters, right? The Siren also carries this energy of, temptation. So I pick up on, for those of you that picked this pile during this month, and it's also funny, this is an orange stone, so I associate that with the sacral chakra. So for those of you during the month of September, there may be something popping up for you that you may be a little interested in, something that you may not have necessarily been all that interested in before, or something that, you may not have ever really given a second thought to. And it could be, a situation. It could be like an activity. It also could be a person, but just something that has a little bit of this mysterious aura about it, but you are interested, okay? So with this Siren card, for the month of September, there's this temptation. There's this lust for something. I don't know what that is. You will know what that is. But there is this lust for something that may be coming in a little bit stronger. Now, you've got the 7 of Air, 7 of Swords, coming in. Excuse me, why can't I talk? Sorry, my bad. You got the 7 of Swords coming in as the supporting energy, the additional insight. And this is a card in this particular deck that carries the energy of tapping into the knowledge, doing some research, really taking the time to figure things out. So my message to you guys that have come to this card is, whatever it is that you feel pulled to, no matter how taboo it may seem, no matter how much you're like, this is not really me, or no matter how much you're like, I'm not really sure that I care to really be into that. The thing is that you're going to have a very magnetic pull to it. You're going to have, like I said, you're going to be lusting for something during the month of September. And I do pick up on, you may not necessarily understand what it is or understand why, but this supporting card, the 7 of Swords, coming up here is saying that you need to go on and see what's popping, go on and see what that's about. The Siren delves into the depths of the self and of the psyche. And if you look at the imagery on this 7 of Swords card here, his third eye is open. Okay? So for you guys, whatever it is that you are feeling spiritually pulled to, or whatever you feel this magnetism from, you need to actually do a little bit of intuitive research. And when I say that, you need to meditate on it. You need to sit and think about it or pray about it or whatever. And really sit and try and come to some intuitive notion of what it could possibly be that is calling you to it and why it's so important for you. We are in September, which means we are now in Virgo season, which means we're in a mutable season, wrapping up the summertime. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's some strange, auspicious, mysterious happening or person or situation that pops up for you this month. And on a regular day, you might be like, nah, I'm not with the shits. But for some reason, when it comes in, you're interested. And when it does, I would say that you need to go on and see what it's about. You can always go back to square one, or you can always remove yourself from things that you know are no longer in alignment with, but you're not going to know what was on the other side of that door if you don't go on and open it. Okay. So that's the message for those of you that picked the peach selenite. Let's go on and get into the next pile, my blue kyanite folks. What do you got? You've got the box. I love these cards. These are such pretty cards. My favorite deck, my first tarot deck, is actually from Kim Cran's too, the Wild Unknown Tarot deck. With all the animals on it. Y'all have seen that one. And the card that you've got coming with the box is the King of Earth. So let's talk about this archetype a little bit. So I'm not going to come at you guys with the average, oh, you got to think outside the box, because that's not necessarily what I pick up from this card in this spread. There's this sense, if you look at the imagery on the card, there's like a little glowing orb in the middle, and I like to think of that as the self. There are all these layers within the box, all of these things that you had to, endure, all of these obstacles, all of these experiences that you had to go through, but you've now really filled up the space in this box, and it's really time for you to step outside of it to put yourself into a different box for you to fill up. And that's not to say put yourself into these limitations. That's just to say, we have different chapters, different spaces, different things going on in our lives. And if you want like a visual, like just think of a room with like hella different like size boxes, different color boxes, different boxes with weird shit in them. I don't know, but like when you fill up one box, let's go on to this other sparkly, shiny, golden, rainbow, unicorn, I don't know, box over here, and let's hop inside this and see what's popping in here. And once we fill up the space in here, let's hop outside of this and see what this other box holds. So that is the energy that I am picking up on for those of you that picked the blue kyanite. Is you filled up your box, you filled up your space, you've packed it up, right? And it is time for you to actually pack it up and go on and move on to the next. We are in September, which means we're in Virgo season, Virgo solar season, which also means that we are in a mutable season. We're wrapping up the summertime. So, all of that energy is in alignment with what I just said. You are wrapping something up. It's time for you to move away from one chapter into something different. Now, you've got the King of Earth as your supporting energy or your additional insight. And this card really carries this essence of having your shit together, knowing what to do, knowing how to get there, having everything in alignment, squared away. Now, we're in Virgo season, which is Earth, so those of you that picked this pile, and especially with blue kyanite being such a powerful stone, I'm not surprised that the message is so powerful and so in alignment with the energies that we're dealing with as far as astrology goes right now. For those of you that picked this pile, this is definitely a time for you to, plant seeds, tend to your garden, and actually watch the seeds spout all in the same cycle, all in the same month. This card popping up here does tell me that that it's time for you to come out of that box and go into another one, but you've also got the energy to actually go into the other box and be successful in whatever it is that you're going to do. Because this is an Earth card, I want to talk about this being tangible situation. So you could be stepping out of the box of living in one space that you don't necessarily like, or your lease could be, ending soon. You could be moving away from a career. You could be, or you could be moving away from a certain position in your career. You could be moving away from a certain way that you handle your finances or your savings into a space to where you're actually investing or making that big purchase. And although this is not a love energy, because relationships tend to intertwine with things that we have going on in the physical, this could be moving away from a person that you've been dealing with, or possibly moving away from one level of the relationship, or moving away from being single and into a new box. And I do pick up on that. If that hit with the single people, you need to know what box you're going to before you decide to hop into it. Don't just, I mean like live your best life, but like don't just be like, okay, I'm done being single, free goodies for everybody. No, I mean, like, if you want to, you can, but if you're stepping outside of the box, have an idea of what box you want to get into next, so that you start to get your shit together in regards to how you're going to fill up the space in that box. Okay, so yes, for those of you guys that picked the blue, I am a child. I'm sorry, you guys. That was a very middle school thought of mine, which I'm not going to share with y'all. But for those of you guys that picked that pile, that is your message for the month of September. I hope it found you well. And let's move on to the last pile here. We've got the Fluorite folks, the Fluorite peoples. I really like Fluorite. It's also a third eye stone, guys. What do y'all got? Ooh, you got the Dead End and the Queen of Earth. Excuse me. As you know, it's been a while, but I still keep it very real on my channel. So if you're not with the real, go on and click out right now. But you've got some messages. You've got some things. You got some things happening for you here in September. The first thing that I want to say is that we're in an energy of ending, of wrapping things up. Everybody is collectively. We are in Virgo solar season. We are definitely, which is mutable, which is wrapping things up, preparing to move into the next space. And we're wrapping up the summertime. So you've got the Dead End popping up here. So you're in a position of you're coming to the end of something. Something in your life is ending. Something in your life is coming to a close. But with the Dead End card, there is this energy of you wanting to proceed forward with whatever it is that's supposed to be ending. Okay? And you guys know I'm into numbers and into numerology. I just looked up, I got some Greek yogurt on the counter. And it's sitting in front of my microwave. And I can't see that well far away, but I can see I think those are the calories. And it says 140. Which breaks down to 5 amplified by 0. And then where I'm at, where I live in the world, it is 5:05 p.m. So I'm just going to throw in there that you guys have some change coming in, and 5 energy is not subtle, and it's amplified here. So, and I'm not, I can read my Roman numerals up to a certain number, and I like that I got this deck because it's going to help me learn my Roman numerals. I don't know what this number is. Sorry, y'all. But I can tell y'all that it's my calories on the Greek yogurt say 140, and that my microwave says 5:05, and that is big major change coming in for you, but with a not so subtle energy. The Dead End energy card popping up here just tells me that there's something that you may not want to let go of, y'all, and you're gonna have to let go of it, whether you're ready to or not. The supporting card that you have with this Dead End energy is the Queen of Earth. And the Queen of Earth, very interestingly enough, is a card that resonates with the energy of nurturing the tangible things that you like to see play out for you, putting the love and the work into the things that you need, or in the things that you like to see pop up for you in the physical. With this popping up with the Dead End card, I do pick up on this message that if you have come to this pile, there is something that you may very much so be either attached to in the physical, like legally bound, or like either like a lease with somebody, or like a job or something, or it's very possible that you just may be stuck in a perspective or stuck in a space that you just don't want to let go of what you're comfortable in. Earth energy is very stubborn, okay? And then you got the Dead End card, which this just really tells me like you are stuck on, listen, this is how I want things to play out, this is what I want, and this is how it needs to go. But you've got a Dead End card here, so whatever it is that you're holding on to, whatever it is that you've been trying to make work, trying to work out, whatever it is that you're like, oh no, a different chance will come up for me to make this right, or for me to make this work for me, the answer is, and I'll keep it very real, which is that it's not going to. You need to go on and just charge it to the game and see what else is in store for you. We're literally coming into the season of change, and with all that 5 energy that popped up in your spread, what I will tell you is if you go against the grain, you about to get tossed and lost in the sauce, okay? And that's really it. Like, when you go against what is supposed to come in for you, what you were called to, what you were truly in alignment with, in order to go be in some stuff that you're not actually in alignment with, or something that doesn't really benefit you or isn't beneficial to you, like, the shit hits the fan. So why would you do that? Just, give it up, let it go, charge it to the game. Yes, you may have put some time and some effort in. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm over here ranting. But may have put some time and some effort, even some money, some love into it, whatever. But, you've done your due diligence. You've done what needed to be done. Now it's time for you to move into the next space in the next chapter. And where you're going right now is just going to lead you into a space to where you've got all this dense, dead-end energy. This is hand stop in the name of love. But we don't need that. So whatever it is that you are holding on to, and we are in Virgo season, so I know y'all probably holding on to something heavy, something not heavy, but something tough, something strong. Like, you don't want to let go, you want to give up your grip on it. But you are gonna have to loosen your grip a little bit and go on and nurture something else. See what else is coming in for you. We are coming into the season of change. It's time to wrap up whatever you've already gotten what you needed from it, and whatever you're no longer in alignment with. Okay? All right, y'all, that is your spread, or that's your reading. I hope that those messages found you well. If you would like your own reading, your own personal reading, you can book one with me. My Etsy shop is linked down below. I'm having a retrograde sale because we're still in the retrograde cluster. That sale will be going on until we don't have any planets in retrograde. So, what other videos do I want you to watch? We've got the Virgo... No, wait. Just kidding. I'm sorry, guys. We're in Virgo season. We have got the Pisces full moon video that'll be coming up in a couple days, or today. I don't know, whenever I'm going to put this video up. Also, I would check out the Leo new moon because we're still in the Leo lunar cycle. At the end, towards the middle of the month, we'll be looking at the Virgo new moon and all of the retrogrades. I got a retrograde series playlist down there for you guys. And the September tarot forecast for each sign. That's what I was trying to say at first, but Virgo came out. Virgo said, hey, I'm here. So, yes, you guys, thanks for watching. Again, I hope those messages found you well, and I will catch y'all next time. Peace.